the Scion. This draft does a lot of different things for Gen.G. You can front to back a little bit, you can poke for objective control with the Ezreal, but when Hanwha Life press the R buttons, when they press go...
He's been very consistent with this, but I think that Gen.G, I have a suspicion.
The flash comes in, Duro is in a bit of trouble, he is going to get away, but now the follow-up from Peanut is right there, and Duro with the red buff ticking, they'll give this kill right over to Viper, and immediately Hanwha Life eSports are on the board.
This is what Peanut does best. He sees a lane that has prio, and he hits straight there. And done, but they got both of Duros as well as the kill.
And now we got Hex Flash maybe in the mid lane. Peanut setting up for this one. Chovy probably gonna have to flash. Doesn't even do it. Accepts his fate, and Zeka picks up a kill. So in playoffs, that's kind of in the way it has been rolling for both of those supports. Doesn't necessarily mean that it'll continue, but
for Peanut.
Yeah, I mean, they should know that he has started this one up, as now Chovy going to be spotted. They just go on a delight here as the follow-up just not there. And now in comes Hanwha Life eSports, just going to knock away the one guy, the support. And now the follow-up here on a Canyon, who is in a lot of trouble. Does get that shield up, though, and a bit of health on the follow-up. The damage not quite there, and finally they get it, but Zeka is going to immediately bite the dust. Viper also on the run as Chovy looking for more. Needs a Q, needs something, and they finally do get him down. Chovy collects the kill, and Gen.G do strike back.
Just like that, Gen.G back on the board here. A big win in the fight after the initial setup looked pretty good for Hanwha Life when the engage was on
the crab. As we take another look, they don't want to invest too much, as might have a steal imminent here, but because of the Neeko being knocked away at first, it looks a little bit rough here for Gen.G. Canyon's able to stall us. They're still going.
Yeah, we got a fight in here. It looks like Canyon wanted to fight for the grubs, but he's by himself against 4 people. Says, I can take the 1v1, but not the 1v4. Denying the TP is what's important, if possible.
Right.
And Keen is just running down here with this ult, so he can join the fight if necessary. As now, we do have the teleport coming out, and the Scion is going to be ulting in. They try to go in onto the front line here. A ton of damage into Canyon, and he will be going down, but it's in a trade for the support as Peanut super low himself. Keen frontlining for the team, as Zeus kind of just has to get out of here. Zeka just zoning the rise, but not good enough, and Zeus will have to flash away. Looking for the double dragon is Gen.G. And can they actually lock it down? It's a massive shockwave comes in from Zeka. He only gets the one, though. And it is going to be the dragon going the way of Gen.G for double dragon.
And it was almost a potential steal.
He's got double buff, and this Ezreal's going to hit his 2-item spike very early on. Right as I say that, maybe I cursed him, is now trying to go in and take down Viper, trying to take the 1v2, does get the kill, and now Zeus is like, well, I guess maybe I'll take him out eventually here, but still, the fact that he was able to get a kill in that circumstance is big.
When you have a 2-carry composition, it's looking
pretty out here, by the way. First brick on the line.
He's definitely going to get it, and that means that they're one objective away from the feats of strength, as now he got an engage coming in, but that's on a ruler. He's totally fine, and now they just turn on a Peanut. The damage is huge. They can't quite take him out, and finally they do. Canyon going to pick up that kill. And Gen.G immediately turned the fight around, and Keen is having a ball down here in bot lane.
He's just ulting Zeka. He's like, I took your turret, I'm going to take your health bar too.
I think he might have actually
ulted the wave to try to defend the turret moments before. Either way, going to be a big charge here.
Well, that's going to be a Canyon right in the middle of all of them. Doesn't seem to care, though, as everybody's here for Gen.G, and they want another turret. They will get it.
Now what we're seeing is that in many plays, Duro's the one that's there first. Chovy's able to get prio consistently.
Duro kind of an interesting spot here, but they don't want to go all in, just onto the support. This damage
TPs
done for this dragon. The TPs are coming in. The Scion from the left side is Delight not really finding an engage angle. He's just rooted forever, and now Keen is in the front line, and Delight is just dead. He's just out of the fight, and now the front line is immediately burst down. Down goes Peanut, as a bunch of damage coming in from the side of Zeus, but he can't do it all by himself. Canyon gonna get the Drake. Only Duro goes down. Viper hits the ground as well. It's a triple kill for Chovy.
This is the fight Gen.G was looking for. They are able to eventually...
That need to pull the trigger, right? Because you will actually get poked down into Neeko, into Ezreal, particularly in Ezreal's fed through. And now Gen.G, a Gen.G in control, it doesn't allow you to really play the game.
I love how Gen.G are playing this.
All right, Peanut again, trying to make something happen. They turn on him, but it is a trade for Canyon at least. But still, this mid lane turret is going to go down. And the damage is being done by Zeus into this Scion. He's got that Leandries, but it's just not enough. especially when Zeka's not here.
This is one of those trademark Gen.G moments where, like, okay, Sion doesn't have TP. We got to play around mid and bottom lane here. Sure, they're going to push
declare this Ocean Soul theirs. Will they be able to do this? This looks like maybe the most straight-up fight we're going to have in this game.
Ruler.
But it really comes down to Hanwha Life eSports. Ruler is doing a very nice job of poking down, but Keen has taken a decent chunk here from the Corki, who is online. Peanut goes in, but again, that's onto the Sion. They're trying to chip him away. They're not quite able to do it just yet, as this one is going to be engaged right onto the front line. Duro is going to flash away. The Sion is taking everything up. Duro is down, and the Redemption is used. The ult finally gets cannoned away, but Chovy accesses the backline. Peanut steals away the Drake, and Chovy is unaccounted for. The shockwave, though, is pretty gigantic. But look at Ruler on the left side. Nobody looks at him. The fight is heavily won by Gen.G.
You finally got the Sion down so low.
You're just forward, and yes, that is into a shockwave, and then Ruler sees a bunch of tasty treats prepared for him.
To kill, nigh impossible. And you still have the safe Ezreal that you have to deal with on the other side.
We're also, look, it's 44-6 Petals.
That might be the biggest lead we've had.
I'm pretty sure, obviously, they got Otacon, but that is kind of insane.
I mean, they were a far cry from the 2-1 Petals we had after Grubs.
Yeah. Exactly. And I want to also highlight that unless Chovy or Ruler, they'd be great, but these are either extremely slippery or tanky and with an arm guard.
Yeah, and you see how Gen.G is really able to tear open the map. As Canyon said, he's going to rip open the rift. They're kind of doing it here. They got the TP in the top lane from Zeus.
Hoping for another fight on Dragon, but man, Gen.G are not giving up any control. No vision here for Hanwha on the map.
Well, Peanut's going to find some. He's not going to like what he sees as he runs straight into Gen.G. And the amount of lockdown that they have with the Nico, the Vi, the Rise, is just not able to get away.
And it's been kind of the inverse. Peanut had an incredible start to this game, but I think, as often is the case with Poppy, if you ever do lose control and you're playing Poppy from behind, it's not very fun.
Just gonna Sion ult straight into the front, and everybody gets delivered to the back line with the Realm Warp. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Over the wall they go. Zeus goes down, and Gen.G are just rolling Hanwha Life eSports now. It is an ace, and they might just end the game right here, 30 minutes in.
This is such a big shift of momentum here for Gen.G already in this first game. Bit of a rougher early game, but they turned it around so hard and crushed Hanwha Life eSports with a 10,000 gold lead here at 30 minutes.
Ends up being not a very close game if you look at 15 minutes onwards or so, as Gen.G run it from there on, and they take down game number 1 here at the 2025